Now, let's jump to the last email, which is actually a video submission. Let's listen to that or watch that right now.
Video's going. Audio's going. Greetings, Bandrew. Let's go back at it again with another question for you. I promise today's question is going to be a lot easier than last time. Today's question for you is, what are some good practices to get into when starting a podcast? What are some good habits to start off with? And what are some good habits to avoid when recording your first episode? Thank you very much. I'm waiting your response.
Eldest Bro coming through with another video submission. Thank you so much for sending that in. An amazing question. If you don't know, Eldest Bro is an amazing member of the Podcasters Discord server. He co-hosts the Fourth Wall Alliance on YouTube. Go check him out. Awesome guy. Beginning podcaster practices. I came up with a list of 6 of them. Let's go through them. I hope these help with you launching your podcast. First one is something I don't think enough people do. Step 1, prepare. One of the easiest ways to improve your podcast, the final product, is to spend time preparing for the show. Create an outline, do some research, chat with your co-hosts. What do you want to cover this week or this month in this episode? What is it going to be about? How can we format it to work well? How can we format it to provide the most value to our audience? Make it the most fun. Prepare. A lot of people don't do that. They just jump on the microphone and rant for hours and hours, and it's trash. Don't be trash. Be prepared. What is that? Is that the new Boy Scouts of America? Don't be trash. Be prepared. Number 2, get to the point. We all like bullshitting with our friends. It's awesome. Going and hanging out over a pizza, talking crap, talking conspiracy theories, talking music, talking microphones. But why? Why would you put that in a podcast? It makes 0 sense. Is it adding anything to the episode? Probably not. If you're making an episode about microphone technology, don't start the episode, don't even include the 10 minutes of you and your co-host talking about the new iPad and why you think Face ID is insane. Don't do that. Get to the point, because people are tuning into your show to hear you discuss microphone technology, not iPads and your paranoia. Do as I say, not as I do. Number 3, remember the audience. This is something that has increasingly bothered me, where the hosts of a show have inside jokes, or they just start an episode laughing and giggling and having the best time. I think that the reason podcasts have become so popular, at least for me, is not only am I able to find a show discussing exactly what I'm into, but a good host makes it as though I am a part of that conversation or that I am able to chime in. If you and your co-host have these inside jokes that you find funny, but your audience does not know what is funny about that joke, it kind of breaks that illusion, kind of sets you apart from them, makes them feel like they're outsiders, and they won't feel as connected to you. That's probably not necessary to be on the list, but I think that's a big thing that kind of bothers me, and I think more people should realize, hey, we have an audience, maybe let's explain the inside joke, or just don't bring your inside jokes onto the show. Number 4, probably the most important, edit. Edit the show. For the love of God, edit your podcast. There are plenty of people who will ignore editing, the need to edit. They just don't like it for some reason. And my advice is to actually edit the episode. Did you go on a sneezing fit for a minute? Cut that out of the episode. Nobody needs to hear that. Did you spend 5 minutes Googling something that you were discussing? Why is that in the show? Cut it out. Doesn't need to be there. If there's a 10-second silence, shorten it up a bit. Do what you need to make it the best you possibly can. If you go off topic, cut it out of the show. Try to make it as concise as possible. In my opinion, I know it's all taste-based, But I think a lot of people will avoid editing because it seems daunting, which it definitely can be. But it's ultimately detrimental to avoid the editing process because the final product will be worse for the listener. And also, it doesn't give you that time to reflect on what you're doing in the episode and find what you need to work on or what you need to remove in future recording sessions. Like if I say like a lot or so a lot or a lot or a lot, which is driving me absolutely insane. I notice so many people say, effing 30, 40, 50 times an episode. It drives me bonkers. So edit, please. That was number 4. Number 5 would be consistent. When you set that agreement, that initial contract between yourself and your audience, that there will be a new episode every single Monday or Sunday, or maybe once a month. I think it's really important to stick to that schedule. I should point out, I think it's only important if you want to grow your audience or become a part of your listeners' schedule, of their weekly schedule or monthly schedule, whatever your release schedule is. I think it's important because if they know every Sunday night your show is going to come out, it will let them jump onto YouTube, find your video, and watch it Sunday night. Or they may say it comes out Sunday night. That means every Monday morning I can go to the gym like Stargate Pioneer and work out and scream at my phone because Bandrew's such a dope. He's never said that. Probably should, but he hasn't. It just lets your audience build you and your show into their schedule, and that makes it much easier for them to find your content. So it's less about you and more about your audience. And if your audience really likes what you're doing, it may lead to them sharing it around. Number 6, have fun. Don't forget that. It's so easy to get bogged down in the numbers, the editing, the preparation, all of the stuff that I mentioned above. Don't forget, this is supposed to be fun. Chances are you're not starting this to be a business. If you are, don't listen to anything I'm saying. Go hire a podcast coach and work with them. But if you're doing it because you want to hang out with your friends and talk D&D or talk microphones or talk movies, have fun with it. Yeah, there is a lot of work that goes into it. That's to be expected. People who don't think podcasts take work are the type of people who don't edit, they don't remember the audience, they don't get to the point, and they're not consistent. If you do those things and you still have fun, you're golden. So just do not forget to have fun. So there you have it. Those are my 6 beginner podcast practices or best practices for beginner podcasters. Not sure what I should clip that as, but it'll be something like that. I hope that helped you prepare and get ready to launch your show whenever you do launch that. Best of luck to you, Eldest, and thank you again for sending in so many good questions. I appreciate you.